You have a great journey still ahead of you. Are you ready for some good news? God has a journey for you still to take, and even if you've reached a great pinnacle, He has more in the future for you. Years after North Carolina's 1982 NCAA National Championship basketball victory, I was thumbing through a UNC pictorial history. Although he never had the privilege of meeting me, Michael Jordan and I were classmates. So when I came to that section of the pictorial, I paused to relive the moments. There was Michael's game-winning shot over Georgetown. There was the team celebrating, cutting down the net. And then a strange photo stopped me. Black and white photo must have been snapped moments after the team exited the floor. Unclear whether a locker room or a hallway. The backdrop was an inglorious cinder block wall. Clearly the game had been played and won. The basketball net, garland-like, hung around James Worthy's neck as a testimonial to the victory. The dream had been realized. The battle was finished. But for that odd moment, the camera had captured James Worthy and Sam Perkins not celebrating, in fact, not even smiling. Instead, the basketball players looked spent, emotionless, drained, almost sad. And for the first time I thought, perhaps the old motto of the old wild, wide world of sports had left something out. Maybe it's not always the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat. Maybe there's such a thing as the agony of victory. It's what happened to Elijah. He'd been used by God for one of the grandest miracles in the Old Testament. Elijah mocked the pagan prophets of Baal for their phony god's impotence, called down the fire of Jehovah to consume the water-soaked altar. And Elijah proved that the Lord is the one true God that day. He defeated paganism, and if ever a man of God should be brimming with joy and confidence, it was Elijah after Mount Carmel. Instead, when one wicked woman, Jezebel, threatened him, Elijah became hopeless and despondent. Sometimes you hear its gnawing whine of shame when you've accomplished a great milestone. The voice says, look at you now. You've accomplished what you dreamt of, but it's still not enough. You're still not good enough. And when that voice comes, you can reject it with the same reminder that the angel gave Elijah. There's still a journey ahead. Even when you have excelled, know this: God isn't finished with you. And that's the gospel. Well, that's today's good news, and you get more like it just by clicking right here. Better yet, subscribe to the channel. Start every day with the good news of the gospel.